All right, Cashless Society here again today, bringing you another video on the inevitable world of digital assets, and let's jump right into it. All right, so there's a lot of hype and energy entering the market today. You can kind of feel that there's an alt season coming, at least personal opinion, and that's crazy, right? Because it comes just off of like a quick 2%, 3% pump in Bitcoin. Now everyone's like, "Oh, this is on fire. We're going to the moon." If it goes down a little, just a tad, everyone's like, "Oh, we're going to 2K, 1K for Bitcoin." So as you can see, this market is very emotional. People react to the price swings emotionally. So what I'm trying to do is help people get away from that. As we continue to move through this bull market, I think it's going to be crazy. It's going to be explosive, and I want to just help people, capture as much value as they can there. Um, I do a lot of videos on news and stuff like that. But honestly, I think my favorite topic to cover is trading and TA and chart movements. And so I'm just going to tell you a couple projects right here that I'm looking at that I think are going to continue to be explosive over the next few months. Um, and I'm going to, kind of explain why and everything like that. So basically, since 2017, I've really learned how to view the charts. I don't know. It's just kind of like a gift of mine that comes naturally. I can understand the direction that charts are going to flow. Obviously, I'm not right every time, or I wouldn't be making these videos. I'd probably be on a yacht somewhere. But anyway, it's going to get easy. So as the market continues to explode, making some quick trades in and out, it's going to get easier than, trying to trade a bear market is so much harder. Um, but anyway, yeah, let's take a look. So, like I said, first off, one thing to note with Bitcoin here, it's basically breaking a 1-year downtrend. It's been consolidating above that for about a year, or it broke out of it from basically a year's downtime. Um, and as you can see right here, the moving averages are starting to break above this downtrend as well. And that's when you really see things start to take off. I think it might continue to consolidate, and then towards September, a push up to 15K, maybe a little bit more consolidation, and then a push to new highs towards the end of the year. But all right, first altcoin I want to take a look at is Link. As I mentioned in my last video, Link is about to break an all-time high. Like, it is on the edge. And when that happens, it's going to be a sharp move up. Um, as you can see as well right here, we have a very similar pattern playing out in Link um, that we just went through, almost, over a year's worth of consolidation. And then it finally broke out, and it did about a 10x. I think you're going to see a similar price action off of this breakout. I anticipate landing somewhere, $30, $40 now, looking at the chart. So once again, this is one of my top plays coming into the next few months. But yeah, if you see what I mean here, like, it had this, basically the same pattern playing out. It's not identical, but it starts to look a lot more like, this pump up, dip down, and then the consolidation with a final breakout. It looks very similar right here. And you'll see in crypto patterns and fractals play out over and over and over, and you've got another one in Link. And as soon as it makes this new high, like I said, I think we're going to shoot up to $30 or $40. All right, another chart that looks good, this Zilliqa chart. I don't see many people hyping this project anymore. It used to be pretty hyped back in the last bull run, 2017-18 time frame. But one thing to note here is, it's up like 10x already, almost 1,000% off the crash in March, and it's going to continue to consolidate right here, I think, around the 2 cent area. But when it breaks out, easily it can run up to 20 cents where it was at. So there's another 10x right there. As I show you guys, a lot of the projects I'm looking at, I'm just looking at, what is a quick short-term 10x that might be there, because they are available, they exist. So we just have to dig around and find them. Another one that looks really good, Ocean. This Ocean pattern slash fractal that we have going on right here looks a lot like that link bottom I just showed you. You know, what was going on over here as well as right here. Ocean has a very similar price chart going on. So I think Ocean breaks out. It could easily, you know, it could go up to $1, right, from 10 cents. So there's another 10x there. REN, I mean, obviously, this is just speculation. I'm not saying it's going to happen. None of this is guaranteed. But if you want to make money in this market, you have to speculate and you have to look for, you know, the coins that are going to hype. You know, a lot of these ones that I'm pointing out here, they all are common with they're going to hype. They have energy behind them. REN protocol for sure. I mean, REN is another one where it's already up like 500% off the bottom in March. So at first you're like, oh, well, should I be buying something that's up that much? Man, this isn't working. Okay, so, but yeah, I mean, you see it just made a new high over this 15-cent area, and it's just been kind of consolidating. You know, I think as soon as we might get a little pullback down to these moving averages, or maybe not at all, it could pump up here to the, you know, $1.60, $1.70. I could see that over the next, you know, 3 or so months. And you know, it's a really low market cap too as well. Zilliqa's not, Link isn't, but Ocean is, as well as REN up to this point. They're low market caps, so flying 10x is not going to be an issue, especially if you see, you know, Ethereum and all the top coins moving rapidly. You'll see these little ones explode. So REN, this is definitely one. Honestly, you know, I'm probably going to take out a position in REN as well as Ocean later today, because I personally, out of all the ones I'm showing you, out of what I don't have right now, I think Ocean and REN look the best for a good pump. So I'll be looking at these two. One that's already taken off, but is kind of my example for the day, is VeChain. So you can see VeChain just kind of broke out this resistance that it had around the 8-cent area, popped out of that. You know, it's basically up 100% from that point. And even then, you know, it has a lot of room to run. So, and VeChain's getting hyped left and right. You know, people are starting to talk about it again. And I see that the XRP community is actually getting on the VeChain hype bandwagon. I'm not sure where the connection came there, other than that digital asset investor made a video on it, as well as Kevin Cage. Been talking about VeChain a little bit, but yeah, VeChain's one of them. I mean, it's already broke out. I think Cardano is one that has an almost identical chart looking right here. It just hasn't broke out yet. So once it breaks that high, easily, I think you could see it run to 20 cents and maybe even up to, you know, 40, 45 cents. And that would all be within the next 2 or 3 months. This is my time range here. So lastly, one that I'm already in, I jumped in this Tomo at 50 cents, and my target is to get up to around 250, and then I'm going to hop out of it. So I do have my buy and holds that I don't even touch, but I'm showing you today how I'm planning to trade the market, because I also do like to get some quick swings. And it's honestly, you know, I've been here long enough that it's easy. Like, you can even get these pumps in a bear market, but in a bull market, you can see these things coming with just some basic TA. And Tomo is one of them. So I'm looking at Tomo. You know, I want to get up to, you know, $2.50. That's just because where it's been before, just off of a wick. And I could definitely see that over the next few months. I'll take those gains if it does happen, and I'll just move them somewhere else. But yeah, the other two, I mean, VeChain, like I said, I do think it's going to keep going. I just feel like maybe I already missed out on that one a little. That as far as a trade, I just don't think it's necessary, because there's, you know, less risky entry points within these other charts. You know, even though it might have a lot of room to grow, you'll notice in crypto, buying these massive green candles is, you know, it's not the brightest idea. Long term, you know, this is an emotional buy. You know, this is FOMO. because it could easily pull back, back down to like, um, another 20-30% retracement. Maybe get some support right here at like 1.1 cents. But yeah, I mean, just buying these green candles, it's genuinely how you get burned. You need to be patient. Right now, this Cardano, this looks like a good entry. I would definitely be interested there, which I might do as well. But I just like Ren. Ren's looking really good, as well as Ocean and Tomo. So those are the ones that I'm looking at the most. Like I said, I already have this Tomo position. I'm trying to get to $2.50, and then I'll probably jump out. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I think that the next few months entirely are going to be a massive alt season. We've been waiting forever for it, basically a year up to this point. And back to the altcoin dominance chart, I want to show you that as well before I wrap this video up. So as you may have seen, I've already talked about this altcoin dominance compared to Bitcoin. As you see here, I was showing, the last time I talked about this, I was showing how it was in this kind of bull flag that it was going to break out, and it did, and then it just got dumped, and that was this crazy wick down that happened in May. But as you can see, it was a wick, and it got bought up fast, and then it had this massive reversal candle as well on the weekly. So people might say, oh, well, it broke the downtrend, so that's invalid. But no, I mean, it's done it over and over. That's why I put the second line here, because there's basically two trend lines that it's been bouncing around between. This is the main one, and let's zoom in. You can see it's about to break above this trend, and I think that's when it's going to start running. We've had about, let's see, spent 340-ish days that we've been consolidating here in this area, and it's going to break out eventually. There's zero reason for Bitcoin to have 64% dominance. It's just not good. It honestly doesn't really have any utility. It's got first mover advantage as well as name brand recognition, and that's honestly it in my opinion. But anyway, as you can see, when the altcoins break out, they break out violently. Like, you'll see massive gains in just a few months, and then everyone dumps it, sells to Bitcoin. So if that's your play, you got to make sure to keep that in mind. Capture these gains, but make sure to get out and get some Bitcoin. Even it's just how it works. Might be talking against it, but I understand that at least right now the name of the game is to get more Bitcoin. But anyway, so over the next few months, I could easily see it push into 50%, and maybe even higher into the 60s, 70s by the end of the year. So yeah, that's pretty much it. All I had for today. I've been watching this like crazy. It's taken forever to break out of this consolidation, but it's going to happen, and when it does, it's going to be explosive. And I think that's about to start right now. So once again, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just trying to help people understand what's going on in this market. I really enjoy sharing this information with everyone, and I hope that people find success here. So yep, thanks for watching. Like always, share with your friends and family, like and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next one. Thanks.